Hey everybody, welcome to part 20 of our Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Final Mix on PC full game playthrough. On this episode, we are starting something that I've been dreading. I've been putting it off because I don't want to say it's hard because there are plenty of people that play through this part of the game without any issue. I just suck at this horrifically. I have done it once on the PS3 version, but it was a doozy. I am talking about the Gummi ship missions. Now, this is a Kingdom Hearts Final Mix exclusive part of the game. If you've only played the original PS2 version, you will not recognize any of this because it wasn't there. Now, before we start, I am going to preemptively come clean here. So what you see on the screen right now is called a trainer. It's the equivalent of having a Game Shark or a Game Genie. This is not for the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One versions of the game. This is only for the PC version. Up until now, I have only been using this EXP multiplier to level up faster in between doing videos because I don't have a ton of time to devote to gaming anymore. So I want to show you everybody all there is in the game, including all the Gummi missions. And I have decided that if I have to use some of these cheats to do that, then I'm going to. Some people are against this kind of thing, but I'm more concerned about showing everybody the full game than I am about possibly upsetting a few people by using cheats. I have done it fair and square on the PS3, like I said, and there was just so much gamer's rage involved, and I'm not going to travel down that road again. So for some of these missions, if I try them a few times on the video and fail, I am just going to turn on a couple God mode codes here and just roll with it, or fly with it. So with that being said, let's get this out of the way because we'll control that from the second monitor. And then over here, let's go ahead and start the Gummi missions. Okay, so real quick, because I've made a couple new ships. So this is my basic design, or my new standard basic design. So I've used what I think is the best setup for weapon gummies on this. Let's go into edit mode for a minute so I can kind of... So for the cockpit, we have a full life, which restores your max armor or Gummi ship HP once when you hit 0. We're using Dispel G's, which is the best block for reducing damage. I put all just regular Thunder Gummies on here because they fire non-stop, whereas the Thundaras and the Thundagas have a little bit of a delay. I did also put 2 laser gummies on. They are both Ultima, so they have a slight recharge time, but they're the most powerful laser. This little guy right here, the Haste Gummy, that gives you an acceleration boost for a set period of time. Over here we have the Scan, which just gives you the radar. Now, this block... Oh, wait, wrong one. Hold on. So this protects the entire ship. So you can take up to 5 hits, and then there are prizes you can pick up along the Gummi routes that will refill that meter. So it gives you like some extra hits before you actually start taking any damage. So this one reveals invisible objects, so it gives you more stuff to blow up. This one lets you transform your ship in mid-flight. You can do it, I believe, as many times as you want. You have to go into the menu and make sure that it's linked to another ship that has the transform, so I'll show you that in a second. I'm only using 4 regular fire engines right now. For certain missions, I'll probably take a few of them off because it requires you to get a high score in a short route. and the longer you have to take out everything on screen, the better. Now, this thing on the bottom is it's kind of like the same effect as Treasure Magnet in the regular part of the game. This will draw in items around you to make it easier to pick them up. There will be some missions where we take that off too, because we have to go through a route without picking up any items at all. And those missions are the ones where you're probably going to see me say the hell with it, give up and use a couple cheats. So this is my basic design. Now let's, oh, whoops. Okay, so we can get out of that and we can just not save. Nope. So that's my standard design, and then this one is a very popular design. It's called the Donut Ship. Now, I don't know if they changed it since the PS3 version or not. I didn't try to do it without it, but this ship, you can actually build a Gummi ship in this game and Kingdom Hearts 2 without a cockpit. So if you use the Donut Ship design, the enemies will be firing towards the center of your ship, so in theory you are way less likely to get hit. But I decided to take my chance and throw the full-life cockpit in there anyway. Everything else is basically the same with the ship, it's just... oh, hold on. So it has everything else that I had on the other ship on it. It's just the donut design instead of a standard looking design. Now that transform thing I was talking about. Right now I have it set so that I can switch between my duplicated donut ship and my duplicated basic ship. Now the reason I did that is so that if I have to modify the design on either one for... well, the reason I duplicated them is that if I have to change the design ever so slightly to accommodate mission requirements, I can just go into the original one, edit it, and then resave it over where I made the changes and have my base design back. Now, these two ships I built ahead of time for certain missions that are just on the ridiculous end of things, but... so that's what I've done with the Gummi ship since the last time we really talked about it. So for right now, we are going to go back to our basic design. We're going to get out of this menu. Now, before we start, let me show you the actual Gummi ship mission menu. So whatever world you're on with the cursor is what it's going to show you first. Now, we already did Mission 1 on this, on, I think, our first flight. Because all it is you have to obtain a score of 80 or higher. It's not really anything special to that. So, I mean, you can do that even with just the basic starting Gummi ship. But just for, just for laughs, we can do it again right now with this high-end ship. You know what? I may have made a mistake. Hold on. Let me make sure it doesn't require going to a particular world. Okay, so yeah, all it says is obtain a score of 80 or higher. And I believe you can do that going from anywhere. So we'll go through one of the routes again just to see it. Let me make sure I'm doing this right and that you don't have to... okay, set off from Traverse Town, collect 40 or more blocks. That's a level 3 mission. Oh, that's right. Okay, so I'm not going to do the Traverse Town one again because thinking about it now, I'm not sure if you have to fly to Traverse Town or away from it to appease that mission. Now, on Wonderland, I screwed up a little bit. I was trying to... I was testing to make sure that the Shield Gummi was actually allowed for this particular mission, and I already did the second one. We will do that one again, just so I can show you guys what you're supposed to do. So it says, you can't see all the text because of that complete thing, but it says to set off for Wonderland while using a Haste or Haste 2 Gummi. Accelerate 5 times during the trip without taking damage. So let's go ahead and do that. So right off the bat, just use haste for the first time. You do have 5 free hits to work with because of the shield gummy. And then every time that orange charge meter fills up, just do it again. And you should easily get the required 5. But, you know, don't be reckless. Make sure that you're in a safe spot to do it so you don't take the chance of hitting anything, because you don't want to get cocky while you're doing these missions, especially if you're not very good at this kind of gameplay like me. I mean, if you have, like, off-the-charts skills with these kind of games, then by all means, go for it. You probably won't have any trouble at all, but that's not the case for me. Yeah, see, I just took 1 hit, because one of the 5 boxes on the shield thing disappeared. The good thing is that's already my 4th haste, I believe. And that should be number 5, but we'll have time to do 1 or 2 more anyway, and there's no reason not to be careful and just do it. So we'll do 1 more, and there's Wonderland, and I'm pretty sure that was 6. So if I hadn't already completed the mission, it would show that the mission was completed. Now we also... Yep, so Mission 2 does not unlock until Mission 1 is done. So Wonderland was the same case. You just had to get a score of 120 higher, which really is a cakewalk once you can start building better ships. So that was just to show you what Wonderland Mission 2 would have been like, because I already went and screwed up and did it. Now we'll actually get back to doing this in order. So we have 10 worlds, each with 3 missions. The blue Mickey symbols tell you what mission level you're on. So we're going to go back to Traverse Town, where we are at mission level 2 right now, and let's see what that's all about. Set off from Olympus Coliseum and collect 30 or more shield blocks. So the shield blocks are the small circular yellowish orbs. And I think you only get them from hitting obstacles, like the panels and stuff. So keep an Asuna Gummi equipped for this. Don't take it off, because it gives you more stuff to hit and potentially more prize blocks. So we have to set off from Olympus Coliseum, so let's warp drive over here. And then we'll do a normal flight to Traverse Town and try to pick up those 30 shield blocks. So that's the shield block right there. These orbs. So you can use lasers, weapons, whatever you have to just tear through and pick these up nice and quick. We're already halfway there. And thanks to the shield gummy, we're not taking any damage yet. Some of these missions are like stupidly easy, and then some of them are stupidly hard. Okay, so we just made the requirement right there. So we have 30 of them already. Oh, so that's the transform button. I'm trying to figure out which one is the Osmos button. So I guess the Osmos is just an automatic effect. I thought it had a longer range than what it did, but I guess not. Alright, so now when we hit Traverse Town, we should get the mission complete, so sign off. There it is. So for completing that mission, we got a Fang Gummi, which the rewards for these missions are usually just decorative gummies. Alright, so we can go right back to select world, and now it should give us the third mission. Set off from Hollow Bastion and get a 0 score while taking no damage. Use of Shield G and Shield 2G is prohibited. So this is one of those stupid hard ones. So basically, we can't touch anything. We can't blow up any ships, we can't pick up any items, and we also can't take any damage, but we can't use shield gummies. So this one is probably going to be a pain in the ass. So we have to set off from Hollow Bastion, so let's head on over here. Okay, so now what we have to do okay, so since we're not allowed to blow anything up anyway, we're gonna switch over to this ship that I made specifically for 2 missions. It just has the full life cockpit and the engine. So we don't have any weapons, nothing special or anything, and we just have to be really good about our flying. If this doesn't work, I'll try putting a slower engine on and we'll take our time, but let's see if we can get through it with this one. The good thing is, chances are on Proud Mode, if I do take damage, it's just going to let me, it'll probably kill me and reset the route anyway. So, okay, so we have to use the wormhole as the destination. Warp hole. Alright, let's go. Let's see how this train wreck goes. That guy. Oh, yeah, see right there. So we gotta restart. Because you can't take any damage at all. I feel like I got really lucky sliding through these the first time. Oh, I got lucky again. Alright. Luckily, the ship is small enough that we're just sailing right through the gaps in the wall panels there. If you feel like you're in danger of getting hit, you can brake and slow down to avoid obstacles, which is probably something I should have done. But I mean, it's not a guarantee. Oh! Alright, let's try it again. That sucked. We were pretty close, too. Really? I'll be honest, the only reason I haven't already turned on the cheats for this one is because the Infinite Gummy Ship HP cheat does not keep you from taking damage, so it's not going to help with this one, even if you want to use it. So I used the button for the brake to make sure that middle ship didn't hit me this time, because I just want to make sure that we don't have to keep redoing this. And again, there are people way better at this kind of gameplay than I am that would have done this on the first try. And, you know, good for them. I obviously couldn't do it. And of course, if you don't line it up just right there, you're going to have to keep redoing it anyway. Let's try this again. Ugh. Okay, see, this mission to me is just utter bullshit. And we're still only on the first world of missions, so just imagine what we're in for later. So chances are we're going to get hit here again, and I'm not sure why, because it looks like I'm lined up pretty good. Really? You gotta be kidding me. Alright, I want to test something real quick here. want to see if maybe I can blow those up and just hope I can, like, dodge the pickups. Actually, you know what? That's a waste of time because it's just wishful thinking on my part. Every enemy or obstacle you blow up is a point, and we need a 0 score. So let's try this one more time, and if we can't get it, then I'll just break my plans of doing these in order and come back to this one later. Because the more aggravated I get with it, the less likely I'm going to complete it. So let's try this again, and if we don't get it, then we'll move on to the next one and come back later. Yeah, that's enough of this one for now. Okay, so let's go try Wonderland, where we're already at mission level 3. Set off from Traverse Town and collect 40 or more Gummi blocks. So, I mean, the only thing working against you here is it's kind of a short route, but this actually shouldn't be that hard at all for a level 3 mission. So, let's go to Traverse Town and try it. And for this one, we are going to switch over to one of our good ships. This one will actually make it easier to pick up items too, because the ship is so big. So we'll use this. And let's set off. So we have to pick up 40 Gummi blocks, which are the crystals. It doesn't specify which ones, we just need 40 of them. So right there, we just completed this one. Now just make sure you don't hit the wormhole by accident. So those purple beams are the laser gummies, the ultimates. Alright, so the downside to using a ship this big is it's easier to take damage from the obstacles. But there's Wonderland, and we finished our first level 3 mission and got a Final Mix exclusive Gummi ship blueprint. Alright, so we got through one world. Obtain a score of 180 or higher. Okay, so I'm fairly sure that for these missions you have to fly to the world where the mission is based. So let's warp back to Traverse Town, and we'll fly to Olympus Coliseum and see if I'm right. Like I said, I've only done these one time, and when I played these games on the PS4, I didn't even bother doing this because it just makes me angry. So we'll stick with the donut ship again for this trip. We need a score of 140, it said. just blow up everything in sight, really. Pick up as much stuff as you can. Alright, so our shield's already gone. That kind of sucks. Now we got our shield back. And we've already made the score. Now, you've probably already noticed it in some of the other videos, but every enemy Gummi ship drops a blueprint, so you can make that ship yourself. We're going to try to pick up some more of those while we do this, and then we'll grab the rest during our cleanup. Okay, so we finished Mission 1. Now let's see what Mission 2 is. So, set off from deep jungle with only Thundara Gummies as a weapon. Destroy 70 or more enemy ships. Okay. So this is what I was talking about as far as modifying a ship and then me wanting to reset it back to normal afterwards. So let's warp over to Deep Jungle first. And then we will go into the Gummi Garage. We're going to select our Basic 2 model. I'm going to go into the garage. So, in this instance, what we are going to do is take off... Oh, I think I just took off the wrong thing. Alright, hold on, we gotta get out of here. I screwed that up. Okay, I took off the Haste 2 Gummi by accident, so let's try that again. That Traverse Town mission's got me all fired up. Okay, so select the Gummi you want to take off, and stupid me for not looking and double checking. So right now we have the Ultima Gummi selected, get rid of it. Same thing for the other one, and then take off all of the Thunders. Then toggle over to the Creator menu, go to Weapons. So we only have 7 of them. So we're going to equip everything that we've got, and we're gonna hope for the best. Gonna rotate them around a little bit just to change the firing angle on a few of them, because we want to be able to get as many directions out of this as possible. So unfortunately, 7 of them is all we have, and to the best of my knowledge, that's not one that you can buy more of. And we've already opened all the treasure chests. So this is the best we're going to be able to do for this mission. So what I'm going to do for right now is save over the existing Basic 2 design. Because if you don't save, it's not going to save. I mean, kind of goes without saying, but just to make sure. So that's the ship we're using now. And there were no other stipulations, so that should be the only change we have to make. Okay, so we have We have nothing on there for weapons except Thundaras, and we have to destroy 70 ships. So this is another one of those missions where you want to use the brake. I probably could have taken a couple engines off, actually, but let's see what happens. Oh, that's not good. So I didn't angle the gummies right. I mean, at this point, it is what it is. Let's just hope for the best. So if we get close enough, we should still be able to hit them all. Look at that, we already have 67 ships. Oh no, wrong number. We only have 40. Ooh. Come on, we need one more. We should still have plenty of route left to get more. There we go. So that's the level 2 mission for Olympus Coliseum done. Now let's see what mission 3 is. Set off from Traverse Town and destroy all 140 obstacles. Okay. This one, this one's gonna suck. So we definitely want our regular design back, and I want to reset it anyway. Okay, so let's warp over to Traverse Town. So, to get my Basic 2 design back to the way I originally had it, this is one of the reasons why I duplicated both my ships. So if we go in to the garage and we choose Basic, the original Basic, so here it is, as it originally was. Now all we have to do is back out, hit save, and just overwrite the Basic 2 that we modified, and now it's back to normal. So we have to have the Asuna Gummi on because it says you have to find all the hidden obstacles. And now we're gonna try to blow up every single obstacle. So we're gonna keep our brakes on pretty much the whole time. If it doesn't help, then I'll take 3 of the engines off and we'll try again. So the obstacles are, I think, the asteroids and the panels. You don't have to destroy all the enemy ships, but I mean, there's nothing saying you can't. We'll know in a second if the asteroid counts. Okay, so the asteroids count, so we have to destroy every asteroid, every panel. Well, this is where the laser gummies come in handy. There's all those asteroids up there, and now with one shot of the lasers, they're dust. So we have to hit 140 of them total, so we have a lot more to go. Okay, so using the boost there was actually really stupid. Because now I just missed some and we gotta start over. Alright, so I'm gonna go into the garage and I'm gonna take off 3 of the engines, which should make it a little easier. So again, to take a part off, just go into the grid, select the ones you want. If it'll let you. There it is. So we'll take off that one, and that one. So now we only have 1 engine, so we should be going fairly slow now. We'll save it, so we still have the original to overwrite our design back when we need to. Let's make sure that's the one that's selected. Alright, let's try it again. So we should be going at about 1/4 of the speed we were to begin with. So it is kind of a pain in the ass to hold the brake button while using the weapon and lasers. Even with 1 engine, I'm still using the brake because I just don't want to take any chances with these giant sheets of panels. Oh, you son of a bitch. I think I got it. Now I'm not going to get these ones because nothing's cooperating. So, yeah, these level 3 missions are nothing to sneeze at. So let's try it yet again. So right now I'm just holding down the brake and fire buttons because I'm just not taking any chances here. Because I really don't want to have to keep redoing this. Now of course different colors take... Whoops, wrong button. Okay, so after all that, we still didn't get them because this mission's just being an a-hole. So we'll try it again. I'm already getting pretty frustrated with this, so There's a chance I may just give up on this part altogether. Okay, so once again, alright, so we're going to abandon this one before I get any more aggravated with it. So, we have managed to complete one world at the level 3 mission, so, I mean, I guess we could be doing worse. So, Traverse Town and Olympus Coliseum, we're at the level 3 mission, it's giving me a hard time, so let's abandon that and check out the Deep Jungle mission. Obtain a score of 200 or higher. This should be a cakewalk with the ships that we have built. So, for right now, let's go back into the garage and reset my base 2 design. Stick with the basic model for this one. So this is another level 1 mission, so nothing special. We'll warp here and take off from here. So this is the longer route to Deep Jungle, so it'll make it easier to get the required score. We just have to dodge the warp hole along the way, which, as you've already seen, really isn't that hard. So again, just a basic score mission, just blast everything in front of you. Alright, so we have our required score. so that one's done. And let's see what level 2 is. Hold down right bumper for heavy fire. For heavy fire? Huh. So hold down that bumper for heavy fire, set off for Agrabah, set off from Agrabah, and collect 10 or more special blocks. Okay, let's try that. Let's warp over here. And we're traveling in between zones again, so we have to just make the warp hole our destination. Okay, so we have to target the asteroids. Oh, you know, that might make the some of the other missions a little easier. Oh, you stupid idiot. Oh, no, and then we need the warp hole. Looks like the heavy fire directs all the lasers towards the center of the screen, so you have to get like right in front of the asteroids to blow them up. I mean, with this level of firepower, that's not dangerous because we're tearing right through them, but just a little minor annoyance. We need 2 more. There they are. Alright, so that's the 10. So the mission says to keep the button held down, so we're going to keep it held down. And I think I just made a very, very big mistake. Yep, I screwed that one up. That's my own fault for not paying attention. So it gave us a chance to choose directions, which I missed because I was in the middle of using the haste 2. So at the when the intersection comes up, we have to make sure to pick go to the right. So let's try again. So the best bet here really is to just play it safe and keep your finger on the heavy fire button at all times, since that is what it says to do. You don't want to risk it and then have you fail the mission on some stupid technicality. Make sure that we don't screw this up. Alright, so we're not going to use the haste gummy until we have our direction picked this time. Alright, there we go. So now we know we're on our way to Deep Jungle, and we're just going to haste right through because we've already met the required score. I do still have my finger on the right trigger. Just because, like I said, I don't want to miss the mission on some stupid technicality. So even when I'm not firing, my finger's on that button the whole time. Alright, so that one's done. Now, let's see what the level 3 mission is for this. Set off from Wonderland with only Thundaga G as a weapon. Destroy 55 or more enemy ships. Okay, so... Okay. Okay, so let's double check there. So we have to set off from Wonderland, which unfortunately leaves us with a pretty short route to work with. Okay, so this time we need to take off. So this time we can only use Thundaga gummies, which we only have 6 of them, so this could prove to be problematic. So we're going to try to properly align these so that they're in a good spot. So just like with the other mission where we changed our weapons, make sure that the Thundaga gummies are the only ones equipped. Then when we save, make sure we save it over the basic 2. Yes, we want to fly it. Alright, so... what did it say? 75, 55 enemy ships. So this one actually shouldn't be too bad. So let's see what happens. The trick with the Thundagas is you want to wait till the enemy's right in front of you because they have a short firing distance. But they pack way more power than the other ones. So let's wait till they get right up in front of us and then blast them. Unfortunately, we're taking a lot of damage. But we do have the full life gummy equipped too. So there's the full life that just went into effect. We're almost there already. The problem is this route is so short that you don't have a lot of room for error. Like that. Alright, so we made it. We got the score, so let's just get through this before we take too much damage, because auto life only works once. Alright, so that's another level 3 mission done, and we got another Final Mix exclusive Gummi Ship blueprint out of it. Alright, so I'm going to try and do a couple more of these on this video. If my headset's chirping for low battery, so the commentary might come to a sudden stop. I think you have a pretty good idea of what's going on now. We're checking out the mission parameters and just adjusting our Gummi Ship build as needed. So if the commentary cuts out, I mean, you can still watch the rest of the video. I'm going to try to get a couple more in before it completely dies out, just because I don't want the second part of the Gummi Ship missions to be a 2 or 3 hour video. So we are done with Deep Jungle. So let's go check out Agrabah and see what they have on the menu for us. Obtain a score of 330 or higher. Okay, so we will reset. Let's reset this real quick. Our standard build should be good enough for this. We're actually going to try the donut build for this one. Okay, so we will take... We're going to go to Wonderland. We're going to give ourselves the longest route possible to do this, because I don't think it's specified going from any certain area. Nope, so we're going to warp over to Wonderland, and then we're going to take the wormhole and take that nice long path in between, so that we have plenty of time to get our score. So when we come out of the wormhole, we have to remember to go right when we hit the intersection. So, let's do this. Alright, so that's mission 1 done. let's see what Mission 2 has. Set off... Oh, well, look at that. Set off from Wonderland with only Comet G as a weapon. Destroy 130 or more ships. So let's return to Wonderland, because we're going to take that same route again. Okay, so let's go back into the editor. We are going to go back again to the basic design. So what we're going to do now is we are going to replace all the weapons with the Comet Laser Gummi. We have 8 of them, so that's not bad. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. We'll keep 2 of them up here. Gotta get rid of all these. Try to space them out a little bit, and then we'll just keep the last ones right here. Alright, so we have nothing but Comet Gummies for weaponry, so let's temporarily once again overwrite that blueprint, and let's give this mission a shot. Alright, so what did that say? 130 ships this time? 130 more enemy ships. Alright, so once again, we'll go for the wormhole. We gotta make sure we go right at the intersection, and we gotta try and destroy 130 enemy ships. Which this one shouldn't be terrible. Just have to make sure that we keep our ships empty up. This ship, we should be able to slide right through these without taking a ton of damage like with a donut ship. So, save your power for the enemy ships, since obstacles don't mean anything in this mission. Alright, so we were taking some damage, but we've already made the required number. So, that's cool. Now really we can just speed through the rest of this. Just make sure we don't die. Stay over to the right so we make our right turn. Now just blast through until you get back to Agrabah, and this mission should be done. What? Okay. I don't understand why that happened, because we definitely made the requirement. Unless I was looking at the... Oh, I did it again. I was probably looking at the wrong number. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Man, I am like way off my game tonight. Okay, let's do that again. Let's warp back over here. So I once again stupidly looked at my total score instead of my enemy ship count. So that's another brain dead moment on my part. So let's try that again. This time I'll try to look at the right number while we do this. That time I did manage to pick off a few extra ships right before we hit the portal. Okay, there it is. This time I watched the right number and we just hit 130. Alright, so now, since we just burned through our auto life, and we've made the numbers this time, now we can just fly through quick. Yay, we did it. Alright, let's see what mission 3 is. Collect 130 or more gummy blocks. Use of drain and osmos is prohibited. So we have to collect 130 gummy blocks without the 2 gummies that widen our treasure attraction radius. So we're probably going to be better off using the same exact route that we just did, because it doesn't specify anything about that, I believe. Yep, okay. So, we are going to go back to Wonderland. And we're going to do the same thing. We are going to go back into the garage. As I go through another brain fart here. So let's open up the basic, and then let's use that to default basic 2 back to where it was. Alright, so now all we're going to do is we're going to go into the grid, and we're just going to take off the osmos. We only had the one on there. There's no stipulation on weapons. So let's save that design for now. We're already set to use that ship. And now let's follow that same path, because there were plenty of enemy ships, so we should be able to get plenty of blocks. This is a little trickier. You want to wait till the ships are close enough together that you can grab all the blocks. Like so far we only have 16, so this is going to be tricky. mean, you can keep your... This is another one where you can, like, take engines away or slow down the ship when needed to make sure you get everything. Because the gummy blocks do only come from enemy ships. I don't think there's any chance we're getting it this time, because I did not time my fire accordingly. Oh, that's gonna suck. We're actually really close, but we're just not quite gonna hit it. Because there's Agrabah right there. Oh, that sucks. Alright, we're gonna try that one again. I'm gonna try to time my shots a little better. Alright, so let's warp back to Wonderland. Let's get ready to give this another go. Let's try it one more time, and hopefully we'll get it. Try to let the enemies get a little closer to us this time so that we have a better chance of... I mean, it kind of sucks with these guys. See if we can time the bombs at least a little better. We might have it this time, but it's still going to be pretty close. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Wow. Wow. Okay. So, I feel like I got screwed on that one. So, before we stop this part of the Gummi ship missions, I'm gonna go ahead and use one of the cheats, because that just really rubbed me the wrong way. So what I'm doing right now is I am turning on... Where is it? I am turning on the Gummi ship minigame max score cheat in just a second. Because I want to see if it will count it. Alright, so let's set off, and at the click of a button we should have... Look at that! Look at that. You know why we're doing that? Because the Gummi missions in this game suck, that's why. They really don't. Again, I'm just not really good with this kind of gameplay, and I'm just getting frustrated now. So I want to see if I can make it a little easier, because I care more about making sure that I cover the entire game in this playthrough than doing it fair and square at this point. For the Gummi ship part, everything else we're still gonna finish on the up and up. Watch it not even work. Oh, it does work. Excellent. Excellent. Alright, so... Monstro shouldn't even have any missions. Let's go double check the main screen. Alright, so our... Alright, so... So those cheats will help us in some of these missions, but others are going to be ultimately useless. Like if we go to the Olympus Coliseum one, destroy 140 obstacles, I don't think it'll help with that one because we're not physically destroying them, but then again it just worked with the other one and we didn't physically collect. You know what? Let's try this one, because at this point, like I said, I've done it once legitimately before and I can live with not doing it legitimately this time. So let's what did it say? Set off from Traverse Town. Let's warp over to Traverse Town. Alright, so we're gonna go and reset our base design again. Just because, you know, I like the way my base design came out, and I would like to use it whenever possible. Garage, basic. Because we still have our fancy net. Save. Overwrite basic 2. And let's see if that Mega Score cheat will help us here. Beauty is we can just fly right through, blast whatever we blast, and that's that, and we can just see if it's going to work or not. So there are 140 obstacles, and we just tricked the game into thinking that we've already destroyed just under 1,000.